I'm all-pro cornerback Richard Sherman, and when I'm not chasing receivers, I'm trying to keep up with my kids. That's why Alberto beef jerky is my favorite snack. Alberto is delicious, lean beef, slow-cooked and seasoned to perfection, all natural and all delicious. Alberto beef jerky is protein-packed, so I can keep up with my busy. Raiden, stop grabbing your sister's hair.
Alberto beef jerky. You get out what you put in.
Refers to Alberto's all-natural line of beef jerkies. Minimally processed, no artificial ingredients.
This is the Stephen A. Smith Show.
The other big story today we had to get into was the press conference yesterday. I mentioned it in the last hour that the circus coming to town with the press conference. And no, the circus I'm not talking about with the Knicks. The press conference yesterday, Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Conor McGregor. The first of 4 press conferences for their show on August 26th. I say show because I'm not one of these people that thinks that McGregor has anywhere near a shot to beat Floyd Mayweather. That's one of the big reasons why I think Floyd took the fight. Among the festivities yesterday, in case you didn't see it, it was wild. That's why I kept hearing it. It was crazy. Floyd showed off a check for $100 million. Quote, "Let me show you what a $100 million check looked like." Surprisingly, it looks exactly like any other check. It's not like one of those giant ones they give the golfers when they win the tournament. It's not purple with chickens on, nothing. It looks like every other check, apparently. McGregor made fun of Mayweather's tax problems. Mayweather talked about how rich he was. You know, all the stuff that really brings people together. Let's hear a little bit from Conor McGregor as he mocked Floyd's financial situation with the whole tax problem.
He's in a tracksuit. He can't even afford a suit anymore. He is. There's no other way about it. His little legs, his little core, his little head. I'm going to knock him out inside 4 rounds, mark my words.
Now, we were thinking about playing the entire press conference, but because of all the bleeps, it would be like Wolf of Wall Street when it's on like FX. It's like a half-hour movie. They just cut it down, and it's like it takes 30 minutes to watch the entire. That's kind of what the press conference would be like if we edited out all the. That was one thing. It led the league in profanity. I will grant you that. McGregor continued about his prediction for the fight.
As far as the fight, he will be unconscious inside 4 rounds. The movement, the power, the ferociousness. He's not experienced this. He's fought people who have shied away from him.
Professional boxers, but yes.
I don't fear this limited set of fighting. This is a limited set of rules that makes this half a fight, a quarter of a fight. This isn't a true fight. If this was a true fight, it wouldn't even take 1 round.
Let me tell you what he just did there. That was sowing the seeds of the excuses once this fight is over, once this show is over. That's what that was. Now, it wasn't just Conor McGregor getting his verbal shots in. Floyd, as he's been known to do, got in some of his own shots.
We know Mr. Tap-Out like to quit. And you will wave that white flag because you can choose which way you want to go. I'm guaranteeing you this. You going out on your face or you going out on your back? Now, which way you want to go? Which way you want to go? That's right. Sit quiet.
Yeah, I mean, I think you'd have to go on your back there, right? I mean, I don't want to go out on my face. Lying on your face is never comfortable. If I had to have a choice, if you're giving me the options face, back is always more comfortable. Floyd did not stop there. He also brought up the point of how he's pretty good.
Listen, you can do whatever you want to do. You can scream for whoever you want to scream for. You can shout for whoever you want to shout for. God don't make mistakes. And God only made one thing perfect. And that's my boxing record.
Now, look, we could continue to play them. I want to hear people's thoughts at 1-800-919-ESPN, 1-800-919-3776. Look, I realize I'm probably in the minority here, but haven't we seen this shtick before? I mean, that was a boxing press conference. The one guy's really mad. The other guy's really mad. Oh, my goodness, I think they're going to come to blows. Like, if this were a movie, this would be, he's a cop with an edge but a heart of gold. They just need a little bit more time to trace the phone call, even though they have a map on a giant computer screen right in front. Wait a second, that character's been dead the entire time. This is like an old story trope that you've seen 100 times before. I was billed something more. And maybe I'm supposed to be the shrinking violet clutching his pearl. Oh, Lord, he used some bad language. I'm a grown man. I've heard the language. Oh, my goodness, he's got a suit that has curse words on. Oh, my goodness. I feel like the kids now are just too soft. People are too soft. If that yesterday got you all jazzed up, what did you get? Like, that's what they do. I thought they were going to do something different. I thought they were going to do something fresh. I don't know. Maybe somebody steals the microphone. You take the Irish flag of McGregor and you throw it to the ground. Have LeVar Ball come out and tell everybody how he's going to beat both of them. I don't know. Something different. Something that I've not seen 1,000 times before. Because that's what we were told ahead of time. Oh, sure, the fight's not going to be any good, and it won't be. It will not be any good. But the hype leading up to it, boy, this is like something you've never seen before. No, that's exactly what I've seen. That was tame by boxing press conferences. I've seen boxing press conferences where chairs are thrown. Guys show up to the press conference with a chicken under their arm. I expect something unexpected. Now, I think these apparently, that was the first of 4 of these things that they're going to have to sell this fight. They're going to have to work on the act some. They got to go off Broadway a little bit. I don't know what you call that when you have the Broadway show. It's like a soft opening. It's not really ready for prime time. They got to, I think from now on, they'll probably play up the idea more of McGregor's going to do something crazy. He's a wild man. He's out of control. He's a UFC man. Then he'll get so frustrated in the ring and he'll kick Mayweather in the face. And look, it's $100 for the fight. If you told me, Gordon, $125, all you're going to see is McGregor, one shot, kick to Mayweather's face, I'd probably plunk it down. That I would pay to see. But that's not going to happen. There's stipulations in the contract that if McGregor does anything not allowed in the boxing ring, he is going to have his purse canceled. He's not going to get his money. And trust me, like anybody else, the reason why McGregor's doing this is for money. Now, the other thing I will say is the people who, that was such a joke of a press con. This is a disgrace to boxing. Is 2 guys punching each other in the face for money. It's not church. I mean, come on. I hate the people who get so sanctimonious. It's boxing. Please, calm down. And I love boxing. I'm not one of these people who's going to come on here, boxing is in such trouble. Boxing's had a great year. Boxing's going to have a great year with Canelo and Triple G later in the year. This is not a fight. This is a show. And while boxing is an individual sport, McGregor and Mayweather are both on the same team. They're both on the team of making as much money as they can. God bless them. It's not going to be my money, but God bless them. But I'm guessing the press conference yesterday was, if that's indicative of the fight, like the same act we've seen before, McGregor's not going to do anything crazy. He's not going to do anything out of control. He's certainly not going to do anything as crazy as plunking down $100 expecting to see something entertaining. 1-800-919-ESPN, 1-800-919-3776. All right, let's squeeze in some calls on this. Maybe I'm all wet. Maybe I'm all wrong. I don't think so. I never think so. Let's go out to Michael in Woodbridge. Michael. Is Michael there? Do we have Michael? Michael, we do not have. Is this Brooklyn in Brooklyn? Brooklyn.
Yeah, this is Brooklyn.
Brooklyn Mike. I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead,
That's
Brooklyn
all right.
Mike.
Don't worry about it, because as long as it took me to be on hold, is as long as the interest in this stupid fight. This isn't even a fight. This is just something to do. And my whole thing is for $100. Listen, that's my cable bill for the month. You think I'm gonna pay that for one stupid fight? You can't be serious. I was gonna watch Batman and versus Superman and see a different outcome. This is like a Marvel Comics movie.
All right.
But my thing is this, like you said, if that's the way they're going to make money, then God bless them. God bless him. And his money is soon parted. And if you're foolish enough to pay it, then so be it. Maybe you had a good year selling cans or something. I didn't. I won't watch this unless it comes on ESPN highlights on Saturday morning where it belongs.
Right.
That's all I got for this one.
Brooklyn Mike, I think Brooklyn Mike was going to Staten Island there for a second. He kind of dropped out. I will say this. There is a big contingent of people that nowadays in our society, Facebook, Twitter, there's this fear of missing out. FOMO is what it's called. And you don't want to miss out on what everybody's buzzing about. So I think that that's a large contingent of people that will watch this fight and pay for this fight. I don't think that this is people who actually think the fight will be close. But this is not one of the great sports. This is not going to be like one of the great moments in sports that you're going to talk about from 2017. This is, what was it, Kofefe, whatever you call that thing? It was a Twitter hashtag. This is Sharknado. This is something that everybody's kind of buzzing about, but it's not actually going to turn out to be anything that you're going to remember once it's over. What you'll remember is, oh my God, I paid $100 for that? But I understand in this day and age, people are worried they're going to miss out on something, and in the small chance that McGregor could land a punch that would knock down Floyd Mayweather Jr., even though it's like a 1% chance or it's like Mr. Blutowski's grade point average, 0. It's not 0.0, but it's pretty close to that. But they will bet the $100 that something will come about, and they'll plunk it down because they don't want to miss out.
This is the Stephen A. Smith Show.
A lot of people want to talk about McGregor and Mayweather. So let's see where. Bill in Queens. Bill, you're next up on. I got to actually hit the button. Bill in Queens, you're next up on ESPN New York.
Hey, how are you? Thanks for taking my call. I guess I just don't understand. I listen to ESPN all the time, love the radio, love the show. But how can anybody say that that McGregor has zero chance?
Gordon has no chance. No, that would be fair. No, the reason why, well, look, he doesn't have no chance, but he has a very minimal, like a 1% chance. Like if Mayweather comes in and falls down in the ring, if somebody secretly ties his shoelaces together and he falls down and suffers a concussion, yes, then he has he's going up against the best boxer, and he's not a boxer.
Right, but he wasn't like an office worker and said, "Hey, I'm going to go."
But it's not the same thing.
Hey, everybody said that about the USA team in hockey.
But that's the same. But Bill, that's the same sport. I mean, like people who think McGregor's going to win, they're like, "Oh, well, he has a boxing. He had some boxing earlier in his life. Yes, when he was like 16 years old. Why do you think he gave that up? Because he was so good, he wanted to go to." No, he wasn't as good as other things. Other boxers were better than him. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to get into the ring and fall down in the first round. Look, Mayweather doesn't exactly knock a lot of guys out. But I think even McGregor yesterday when he's talking about, well, this isn't a real fight. If this were a real fight, he's already laying the groundwork. Did you see if you bet $100 on Floyd Mayweather, you would win $4. I love that stat. You would win $4. If you bet on McGregor, you would win, I believe, $1,100. Was that right? That doesn't sound right. But I guess it would have to be those kind of splits. I guess it would almost make it worth it just throw away $100. No. All right, let's go Nick in Queens. Nick, you next up on ESPN New York.
Hey, how are you? How you doing?
What's up, Nick?
Very simple. What Conor says, Conor does. Within 4, Mayweather will go down. You mark these words right here. There's everybody in the world giving Conor no chance. Mayweather's a little old man who needs to pay the IRS. He's going to get an ass kicking on August 26th.
Well, look, anything he says he does. Okay, well, say that you can fly around. Say that you can fly in the sky. It doesn't matter what you say. People... I mean, have people seen boxing press conferences before? Every boxer at a boxing press conference says, "I'm going to win." Believe it or not, most of them don't win. Exactly half of them don't win. I guess there's some draws, but you know what I'm saying. I don't care what he says. That yesterday, I think they have another one today. That's all about getting your money. They have 4 in 4 days. Hopefully the material's a little bit better. I said, look, do something different. I want to see LeVar Ball come out and tell me that he's going to beat both of them in knockouts. That would at least that's something I haven't seen before. Al on the Upper East Side. Al, you're next up on ESPN New York.
Yeah, next is going to be the Conor McGregor $5,000 sneakers you can buy.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, big fan of yours, Gordon. Thanks so much.
Hey, Al.
Hey, this is the reason why I think this fight's a joke. First off, there is no way that McGregor is going to be able to survive, the stamina-wise. He's going to be gassed so quickly. And, Floyd, it's just his MO is just to beat you and just continuously have the fight last as long as he can and win on points.
Right. He's all about minimizing risk in the ring. He's one of the great defensive fighters of all time. And that's the other thing. He's what now, 49-0, right? Why was he wearing 48-0 yet? Is he trying to get rid of that stuff from the warehouse before he starts selling the 40? Maybe. Does anybody actually think if Floyd thought that he was going to lose the fight, that he would take the fight? I mean, the guy that's another thing that people say, McGregor, he's really been focusing on boxing for a while. Yeah, Mayweather's been focusing on it for his last 3 decades. And you know what it turns out? Here's a shocker. He's really good at it. Some might say he's one of the best of all time. So while I would like to take people's word, he said he's going to do it. Oh, well, then, if he says he's going to do it, by golly, I'm sure. I would be less surprised if Mayweather said during the press conference, wait a sec, he said he's going to beat me? Well, then I'm not going to do this. If he says he's going to beat me, I have no chance. I mean, it's just silly. Hopefully they've worked out the kinks with the material because, again, as I said, boxing is an individual sport, but make no mistake about it. Mayweather and McGregor yesterday, today, however long they do these press conferences, they're both on the same side. And while they're talking to the fans, all they see on each of those fans' forehead is a $100 bill.
This is the Stephen A. Smith Show. Okay, Kevin, for the grand prize of $1 million. What color is the White House?
I know this.
5 seconds.
Oh, switching to Geico could save you a bunch of money on car insurance?
Okay. Judges? That's true, Kevin. They'll allow it. Congratulations. You're a winner.
Woo!
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.